From cervical plexus down to the common palmar digital nerve. Let me warn you about something. There's three types of arms here. There's the large arm. There's one key for the large arm. That's the easy one. It has one key, and the key is labeled large arm. But then there's two different types of small arms, small arm 1 and small arm 2. What I did here was I looked at the ulnar nerve here and the ulnar nerve here. That's what I just did. And on one of these arms, it's 69, on the other one, it's 58. So what you need to do when you're looking, when you have your key in front of you and I'm not around, is you grab your key and you look at your arm and you grab a nerve that you know, like this ulnar nerve going towards your pinky, ulnar pinky. And you look at that number. You say, okay, ulnar nerve. And you say, my ulnar nerve is 69. Look at your key. If your key doesn't say 69, you've got the wrong key. Flip the page to the other key where it says ulnar nerve is 69. Likewise, on this model, the ulnar nerve is 58. If you have your key open and it says 69, you're on the wrong key. Flip back to the other key. I probably won't give you numbers on every swinging one, but I'll look around and give you some numbers here. And I'll say large arm, and I'll say, who has the key on them? Can you tell me what the small arm is labeled where the ulnar nerve is 69? Because I'll call this the correct small arm, and this the correct small arm.
Isn't it blue? Because colored, they put dots on it.
Oh, one says version 2 on it. Look at that. This arm, yeah, but the arm comes off. I don't know if they put the correct arm back on the correct
There
base.
used to be blue dots on the arm and on the thing.
Tell me what 69 says for your key.
Look on the inside of the scapula, there's blue dots.
Ulnar nerve.
The other one doesn't have a color.
Say again?
It used to be green.
Small arm model, what 69 say?
There isn't a 69 on this one.
But for small arm model version 2, it's
Right. It's
69.
this one right here. See how this says version 2? This says version 2. 69 is the ulnar nerve. This base says version 2 on it. But I want you to be careful because the arm comes off the base. So if someone took the arm off the base and swapped these arms out, the arm would be on the wrong base. I always check an anatomical feature. I always do it to make sure I got the right key to the right arm. All right, let's get started. First, the cervical plexus is back here near your ganglia that you already learned. You already learned this was called the superior cervical ganglia, and that was the inferior cervical ganglia. Well, this meshwork of nerves near those ganglia are called the cervical plexus. Right there's the cervical plexus. I'll give you a number if it has it. Yeah, it has a number. 35. The cervical plexus is number 35. On the torso. You should write 35 torso. And by the way, just so you know, see this kind of torso and those three in the back? They're all the same, but you see how we have a different looking one? I call him Frank.
Fred.
Fred. I call him Fred. I know it started with an F. All my vocabulary words start with F. That's Fred. Fred. So it's whatever number I just told you on the normal torso, not Fred. All right? Jeez. Brachial plexus. All right. You can't see the brachial plexus on the torso. You cannot. But you can right here. Here's the brachial plexus on the large arm. On the large arm, the brachial plexus is number 67. This is the brachial plexus right here, 67. Want me to do all the numbers of the large arm first? Okay, we'll just do that. Now, coming off the brachial plexus is this axillary nerve right here. Right here's the axillary nerve, right there. Right there. See it right there? The number you can see right there, 68. I know my head's in your way, because I'm afraid I'm not going to be pointing at the right thing if I don't look. 68 is the axillary nerve right there. Came right off the brachial plexus. Right here, number 70. Musculocutaneous nerve is right where that, can you see it? Right there. Number 70, musculocutaneous nerve. That's next. Radial nerve. Oh, this is a tricky one. It's actually not tricky when you look up here on the arm. But you can see it back here, and it's numbered back here. It's right here. but it runs underneath the tricep and curls around the arm. You're gonna say, by the way, it's number 80. This is the radial nerve right now. You're gonna say, Kickens, that's my pinky side. The radius is my thumb side. I'm gonna say to you, I'm gonna say, you're right, but it's gonna go underneath the triceps and curl around the humerus. So I better be able to see it on my thumb side over here if it curls around. And I can, right there. Here's 80. It goes in right here, and there's an 80 right there. Goes underneath these triceps, comes out right there, and there it is. There's my radial nerve number 80. And that is on the thumb side. Now, the radial nerve bifurcates. And I can't see what that number is. Looks like 87 maybe. See how the radial nerve bifurcates, and here's where it runs, right here? This is called the ramus superficialis radialis. Ramus superficialis radialis. It looks like an 87 to me. What does that look like to you? 37?
84.
84? And who has the key on it for the large arm?
What's it called?
I think it's 87. Ramus superficialis radialis.
81.
That's a 1?
Mm-hmm.
Michelle and I are both wrong. That's an 81. They made their 1 like a 7 almost. Sorry.
There was one over there like that.
Was there? Okay. So that is actually an 81. And it's kind of faded, and I believe the key. Because you know how a 1 can be like a 7 if they put that little head on it. So, ramus superficialis radialis. And it is superficial. You can see that it's superficial. Right up to the thumb. Alright, ramus superficialis radialis. Next, the ulnar nerve. This is the ulnar nerve right here, thumb side. Ulnar nerve, thumb side. 74, it looks like.
Pinky side.
Oh, pinky side. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the thumb. That's the pinky. The pinky side, ulna's pinky side. Did I actually say thumb?
Yeah.
Sorry. The ulna's the pinky side, and that's number 74. Who's checking my key? Because I can't make out the 4.
You're good.
Yeah. Ulnar nerve right there. Here's the thing. The ulnar nerve only does your pinky and ring finger. Do you guys ever remember in part of your palm? You guys ever remember smacking your funny bone, and it's your pinky and ring finger and part of your palm that goes numb, and your middle finger, pointer finger, and thumb are fine. It's
Yeah, I
because
did
you
that last
smacked your
week.
ulnar nerve right there underneath the medial epicondyle. It only serves the pinky and the ring finger.
See, I always thought it was the only cranial that you look at.
It's the ulnar nerve
Okay.
between the olecranon process and the medial epicondyle. Yeah. Yep. Ulnar nerve. Ramus dorsalis manus. Now, ramus means branch, dorsalis means the back, and manus means hand. So it's going to be a branch of the ulnar nerve that goes on to the back of the hand. And by the way, if you look, you got a ramus palmaris manus. So I'm looking at the one that goes back to the back of the hand, and then one that goes to the palm of the hand. That looks like a 76 to me, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is the ramus dorsalis manus, right there. Goes to the back of the hand, and it's a number 76, and it's on the back of the hand. All right. Now let's look for the one that goes to the front of the hand, and that looks like potentially a 75,
Yeah.
right there,
Yeah.
and that goes to the palm of the hand. Ramus palmaris manus. Dorsalis manus, palmaris manus. They're both branches of the ulnar nerve. Ramus means branch. Now you're going to ask me what 77 is, and it's probably not on our list. It's a profundus. Is profundus on our list?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. The next nerve is it the next nerve? Ramus profundus? Yep. The next nerve is this number 77 here, and it's running deep. Profundus means deep. You ever hear somebody say that's profound? That's philosophically deep or profound. Profundus means deep, and that's number 77 right there. And you only see a little piece of it because it's running deep into your hand. All right, so that's the profundus. And then the superficialis ulnaris. see the superficialis ulnaris.
It says it's
Oh, you know what?
78.
It is right there. 75?
78.
78.
No, I don't see it then. I do not see it. Let me see if I can see it on the small one. That's simply the ulnar nerve, 6969. I might have to cross that one off. Ramus superficialis ulnaris. I must have found it. I actually have a number written down. I found it. I didn't write down where I found it though. 77, 75. I don't see it. You guys can go ahead and cross off ramus superficialis ulnaris because I don't see it. I bet you. Oh, go ahead and cross it off. I know where I saw it now. I bet it's over here. Anyway, just go ahead and cross it off. Make sure I cross mine off. Can I borrow your pencil? Alright, next, common palmar digital. The common palmar digital nerves, there's actually two sets of common palmar digital nerves. There's two sets, alright? So they're going to be two sets of numbers. Oh, we're lucky, they're both number 73. Awesome. It doesn't even matter which ones they came from. Common palmar digital, I got a 73 here and a 73 here. Oh, that's my 79. Oh, okay. It's not 73 and 73. Wait till you guys start looking, you're going to see what I'm talking about. That's actually a 79, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, you ready? That's a common palmar digital. It's not a 3, it's a 9. 79. That's a common palmar digital. That's a 73. There is two numbers. Two nerves give rise to our common palmar digital nerves. And that's why, I think it's probably listed twice for you. And 173 and 179. Because one came from the median nerve and one came from the ulnar nerve. All right.
So they're different nerves, they're just named the same thing. They're different nerves, they're just named the same thing.
They came from different nerves. They are different nerves, but they're feeding the palm. So they're called common palmar digitals. All right, now.
So when we have the test, are you gonna ask for like the one that comes from the
No,
ulnar nerve?
just
and
name it. I'll say name
Okay.
that nerve. You'll say common palmar digital. But I could be tricky and say name nerve labeled A, name nerve labeled B. You'll have to say common palmar digital, common palmar digital. That's how I test to see if you know they're both the same. Alright. Now the median nerve is next probably. Yep, 71 right here. 71 is my median nerve. The one next to it is an anterior interosseous nerve. It's probably not on your list.
Yeah, it's on
Oh,
there.
it is?
Yeah.
What kind of meanie am I anyway? Oh, it is. All right, the median nerve is 71. This is the nerve that when it swells and pushes against your retinaculum, that retinaculum right there, you get carpal tunnel syndrome. So what they do is they cut that retinaculum and relieve the pressure, and then they actually sew that retinaculum back up sometimes. With my father, they cut that, and I don't think they sewed it back up. If you have carpal tunnel syndrome, you can't do this without pain. This right here. Actually, that's starting to pain me a little bit. But it could be just old age. I don't think I have carpal tunnel. I don't do repetitive motions except for typing. Maybe that causes it. All right, so median anterior interosseous nerve is this one right here. It's number 72. And remember the membrane between the radius and ulna? It was called the interosseous membrane back in 203. That nerve runs right in that interosseous membrane. It's called the anterior interosseous. And then the common palmar digital we already did.
Which one was for carpal tunnel?
The median nerve is the carpal tunnel nerve, median. Okay, you can cut that video.